dramatic pre-season storylines in recent Formula One history after a high-stakes crash during testing in Barcelona. The seven-time world champion has finally broken his silence, and let me tell you, it's an absolute bombshell. What the hell went down on track? How is Ferrari managing the chaos? And most importantly, what does this mean for Hamilton's highly anticipated debut with the Scuderia? Buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into every juicy detail, from Hamilton's bold statement to Ferrari's desperate recovery plan. But before we go any further, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single twist in Ferrari's rollercoaster ride to redemption. Trust me, the stakes couldn't be higher, and you'll want a front row seat for this madness. Alright, let's break down what happened in Barcelona. Hamilton has finally spoken out, dropping a statement on social media, and in true Lewis Hamilton fashion, it was short, sharp, and oozing confidence. First race can't come soon enough. He posted it alongside never-before-seen photos of his time with Ferrari, including snapshots from his Fiorano and Barcelona tests. The message is loud and clear. Hamilton is laser-focused on the future and ready to send it despite this setback. That never-give-up mentality is what defines him. So, what exactly happened? The disaster unfolded on the second day of Ferrari's private testing at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. Reports suggest it all went down in turn 12, a high-speed right-hander that punishes even the slightest mistake. Hamilton, pushing the SF23 to its absolute limits, hit a bump in the track, lost control, and bam, slammed into the barriers. The damage was brutal. The front suspension and aero components took the biggest hit, sending Ferrari's mechanics into full-blown panic mode for hours. To make matters worse, Ferrari had to cancel Charles Leclerc's afternoon session, throwing their entire testing program into chaos. Despite the drama, Ferrari was quick to downplay the incident, reassuring fans that these things happen in testing and that pushing the car to the edge is part of the process. But make no mistake, Ferrari wasn't taking this lightly. According to Motorsport Italia, Ferrari immediately sent a specialist in composite materials to Barcelona to assess the wreckage, proving just how seriously they're taking their pre-season preparation. And time is running out. The season opener in Australia is creeping closer, and this accident is the last thing Ferrari needed right now. Hamilton had a historic moment last week at Ferrari's Fiorano test track, where he took the Red Beast out for his first official test as a Ferrari driver. The atmosphere was electric. Fans lined the track to see the seven-time champion wrapped in Ferrari red. It was a dream come true for many. Despite wet and miserable conditions, Hamilton completed 30 laps to familiarize himself with Ferrari's systems and engineers. He mentioned minor discomfort with the pedal setup, but even so, his feedback was absolute gold dust for the development of the 2025 Ferrari Challenger, codenamed Project 677. His collaboration with race engineer Riccardo Adami is already earning praise for its efficiency and communication. So, in short, this is far from over. Hamilton took a hit, literally, but if there's one thing we know about him, it's that he always comes back stronger. Ferrari has work to do, but if anyone can turn this mess into a comeback story for the ages, it's Hamilton. Adaptability and precision were on full display, but let's be real. Testing is all about learning, adjusting, and making sure the damn car doesn't explode on race day. As Hamilton himself said after the session, this is just the beginning. We're building something special here. Now, crashes in testing aren't exactly unicorns. They happen. But let's not sugarcoat it. When time is ticking like a bomb, a crash can seriously derail a team's momentum. Ferrari's engineers now have the headache of the century. They need to make up for lost track time while ensuring the car is dialed in perfectly for both Hamilton and Leclerc. But does Hamilton look stressed? Hell no. The guy's confidence is bulletproof. His attitude screams been here, done that, got the damn trophy. He sees this as just another obstacle to overcome, nothing more. Ferrari boss Fred Vasseur pretty much backed that up, saying, testing is about finding the limits. We're gathering goldmine level data with every lap, and Lewis's feedback has been invaluable. Translation: shit happens, but we're learning from it. Of course, the internet lost its mind. Fans and analysts went into full meltdown mode. Some brushed it off as a minor scratch in Ferrari's master plan, while others absolutely freaked out, questioning whether Hamilton is still adjusting to the unique handling dynamics of the Ferrari. But let's not forget, Hamilton has bounced back from worse. The man has crashed before. Remember his early days at McLaren, Mercedes? And what did he do? He came back and took over the damn sport. Ferrari, on the other hand, isn't leaving anything to chance in their all-out war to reclaim championship glory. This crash is just a bump in a much bigger road. The team is focusing on several key performance areas. Ferrari has partnered with Pirelli to develop tires that won't melt like butter under extreme conditions. Overheating and degradation have bitten them in the ass before, but now they're working with Hamilton and Leclerc to test these new bulletproof tires under different speeds, temperatures, and lap conditions. If Ferrari can finally get their tire game in order, it could be a game-changer on race days. Last season, Ferrari's race starts were all over the place, losing crucial positions in the opening corners like it was some kind of charity giveaway. The electronics team is now fine-tuning the clutch and power delivery systems, ensuring Ferrari doesn't choke on Red Bull and Mercedes exhaust fumes. And guess what? Hamilton is a launch expert. His input could be exactly what Ferrari needs to finally nail those starts and stop giving away positions at the lights. But the team isn't stopping there. Under technical director Loic Serra, Ferrari has rolled out high-tech suspension upgrades aimed at boosting corner stability and grip. If these updates work as expected, Hamilton and Leclerc will have a car that actually listens to them instead of sliding around like a bar of soap on a wet floor. At the end of the day, this is Lewis Hamilton we're talking about. A crash in testing? Not even a scratch on his mentality. If anything, this just adds to the drama before the season even starts. And let's be honest, that's exactly what we love about F1. These upgrades are being pushed to their absolute limits to ensure they align perfectly with Hamilton's and Leclerc's driving styles. Ferrari isn't just slapping some fancy new parts on the car and hoping for the best. No, they've gone full mad scientist mode, tweaking every aerodynamic detail like their lives depend on it. Taking a page, or maybe the whole damn playbook, from Red Bull's dominant designs, Ferrari has made some bold changes to their aero package. They've reworked the side pods, adjusted airflow, and increased downforce to ensure the car is smooth as hell on any type of circuit. It's not just about making the car look pretty, it's about turning that thing into a missile on track. But let's be real, a fast car is only half the battle. The other half, the fireworks between Hamilton and Leclerc. These two are absolute beasts behind the wheel, but keeping their fierce competitive spirits in check will require some serious diplomacy. Leclerc has been Ferrari's golden boy for years and has publicly welcomed Hamilton's arrival. At least, that's what he says. He sees it as an opportunity to push the team to new heights. Behind the scenes, well, that's where things get interesting. So far, both drivers have been playing nice, sharing data and feedback during testing. If they keep this up, it could give Ferrari a massive strategic edge over Red Bull and Mercedes. But let's be real, when the lights go out on race day, how long before this bromance turns into full-scale war? Next week, Hamilton and Leclerc are back in Barcelona for a Pirelli tyre test, driving a Frankenstein version of the SF24 designed to simulate the 2026 regulations. After that, it's time for Ferrari to unveil their 2025 challenger, the SF25, before packing their bags for 3 days of official pre-season testing in Bahrain. Ferrari is going all in to ensure that Lewis Hamilton's transition from Mercedes is as seamless as a sip of fine Italian wine. But this isn't just about rolling out the red carpet and serving him a plate of pasta as a welcome gift. Oh no, Ferrari has gone full mad scientist, engineering a master plan to make Hamilton not just adapt to the Ferrari way, but become the Ferrari way. At the heart of this strategy is Ferrari's cutting-edge simulator, a machine so advanced it makes Mercedes' equivalent look like a glorified arcade game. This beast of a system replicates real-world driving conditions with freakish precision, giving Hamilton an early glimpse into his future on track. But don't get it twisted, this isn't just about getting him comfortable. Ferrari is actively rewiring his instincts, fine-tuning his muscle memory like a software upgrade for a high-performance AI. And here's where it gets crazy. They're not just letting him drive the simulator as is. Oh no, they're deliberately messing with the settings. They're tweaking suspension calibrations, adjusting engine maps, and playing around with aero loads, all in an effort to erase every last bit of Mercedes-flavored muscle memory from his brain. It's like switching a lifelong Windows user to a Mac, then changing all the keyboard shortcuts just to make damn sure they forget their old habits. Ferrari isn't just giving Hamilton a car, they're reprogramming him into a Scuderia creation from the ground up. This isn't some half-hearted strategy. This is a calculated, almost ruthless move that screams, "We're serious about this." Ferrari doesn't just want Hamilton in their team. They want to mold him into the ultimate Ferrari driver, free of any lingering Mercedes instincts. And the simulator sessions have been choreographed with military precision to fast-track his transition and ensure he doesn't just fit in, he dominates. And here's the kicker. Hamilton isn't just getting comfortable with Ferrari's 2024 spec setup. Oh no, the man is already test-driving the future. He's been running advanced simulations of Ferrari's upcoming 2025 monster, codenamed Project 677. This two-pronged approach is proving to be a goldmine. It allows Hamilton to provide immediate feedback on how the two Ferraris compare. In turn, Ferrari is using his insights like a cheat code, fine-tuning Project 677 into a machine that could shake up the F1 hierarchy. And the early signs? Absolutely massive. Hamilton's fingerprints are already all over the development process, from aerodynamics to handling characteristics, and the man himself is beyond hype. Sources say he told the team, "I've been part of some crazy projects in my career, but what Ferrari is doing here is next level." That's not PR talk. That's genuine excitement. You don't spend years dominating with Mercedes and suddenly become a fanboy unless you're genuinely impressed. Hamilton is embracing this challenge head-on, fully committed to helping Ferrari fight their way back to the top. But the simulator was just the first step. Last week, Hamilton finally got to feel a real Ferrari beneath him, completing 30 laps in the SF23 at a cold, rainy Fiorano. This wasn't about setting blistering lap times. It was a get-to-know-you session between Hamilton and his new Red Rocket, learning the systems, getting comfortable with his engineers, and, most importantly, immersing himself in Ferrari madness. And madness it was. The Tifosi turned up in full force despite the miserable weather, draped in Ferrari flags, chanting, and going absolutely feral the moment Hamilton rolled out of the garage. Seeing the iconic number 44 on a Ferrari was a moment most thought would never happen, and the energy was off the charts. Despite the session being mostly about acclimatization, Hamilton's signature silky precision was on full display. He executed flawless practice starts. He managed fuel consumption like a Ferrari veteran. He strung together consistent lap times with ridiculous ease. And, in classic Hamilton fashion, once the session was over, he made time for the fans, waving, signing autographs, and making sure they knew he felt the love. The energy from the fans is incredible. Feeling this kind of passion and support just motivates me to give everything for this team. But let's not sugarcoat it. This isn't just about warm welcomes and fanfare. The real prize here is Ferrari's ambitious 2025 challenger, Project 677, which could redefine their place in F1's pecking order. And make no mistake, this car is being built around Hamilton. One of the biggest changes? A switch to a pull-rod front suspension, a design that Red Bull and McLaren have already proven to be deadly effective. This tweak massively improves airflow under the car, boosting downforce and giving Ferrari a crucial edge. And guess what? Hamilton had a lot to say in this decision. His driving style meshes far better with this setup compared to Ferrari's previous designs, making the change an absolute no-brainer. Another huge adjustment? The cockpit position. During his time at Mercedes, Hamilton hated feeling like he was sitting too far forward, uncomfortably close to the front wheels. It affected his confidence, and in turn, his ability to extract max performance. Ferrari listened. They moved the cockpit further back in Project 677, ensuring Hamilton feels completely in sync with the car. Between these changes, an aggressive focus on reliability, and Hamilton personally helping fine-tune every aspect of the development, Project 677 is shaping up to be a serious threat in 2025. And don't get it twisted, this is Ferrari's golden ticket to taking the fight to Red Bull and Mercedes. With Hamilton's experience, a completely revamped car philosophy, and a team that's all in, Ferrari could be cooking up something very special. So, the real question is, will this gamble pay off, or will Ferrari's infamous ability to shoot themselves in the foot come back to haunt them? One thing's for sure, 2025 is going to be absolute chaos, and we are here for it. All right, strap in. Because Ferrari isn't just making a move for 2025. They're making to move. They've got the machinery. They've got the ambition. And now, they've got Lewis F***ing Hamilton's star. But let's be real for a second. A fast car is only part of the puzzle. The real fireworks start when you throw two elite drivers into the same team and watch the drama unfold like a telenovela on steroids. With Hamilton joining the fold, Ferrari now has one of the most stacked driver lineups in recent memory. On one side, you've got Charles Leclerc, Maranello's golden boy, the beloved Ferrari prodigy, the guy they've been grooming for greatness for years. And now, he's sharing the spotlight with one of the most ruthlessly efficient drivers in the history of the sport. If you thought Leclerc had his hands full battling Verstappen and company, just wait until he has to deal with Hamilton in his own damn team. Sure, both have been smiling in interviews, talking about how much they respect each other and how excited they are to push Ferrari forward together. Yeah, we've heard that before. But the real test is coming. And it's coming fast. Once they start fighting for pole positions, race wins, and maybe even a title, that friendly handshake is going to feel more like a ticking time bomb. Leclerc has never been afraid to go wheel to wheel, even if it means pushing the absolute limit. But here's the thing. Hamilton lives for these high-pressure situations. The man has spent over a decade thriving in title fights, soaking up pressure like a sponge, and delivering when it matters most. And if Ferrari thinks keeping these two happy is going to be a walk in the park, they're about to get a serious reality check. Because if they get this balance right, Hamilton's precision combined with Leclerc's raw speed could launch Ferrari to levels they haven't seen in decades. If they don't, well, grab the popcorn. Because we could be about to witness one of the most explosive intra-team battles in F1 history.